Hey, it's Domestic Dawn. Not in the dungeon right now, but in the garden. So this is Domestic Dawn in the garden episode, and I'm going to be trying some new things here with the YouTube channel, I guess, rather than just record my ugly ass in the garage all the time, which I'll still do. But I'm going to just try to do some series on the jobs I've had in my past. And again, the noise out here is a little bit of a factor. You can hear the whir of the air conditioner, which we are privileged to have in this fucking 100-degree heat. And if you guys have lived on the western side of the United States over the last 5 or 6 days, it's been fucking brutal. Brutally hot. A bunch of blacky, was it? Not rollouts. Blackouts. Rolling blackouts. Going on in the state of old California because fucking PG&E is a shithead company. But they're rolling them out. Hasn't hit us here yet, but it's just been the weirdest fucking weather the last couple of days. Thunderstorms, lightning, which I miss from living in the South. I wildly miss those. So it gives me an excitement to see those storms coming in, especially if they don't cause any damage. But it was nice when it was supposed to be 102, 103 degrees. We get these thunderstorms coming in. Luckily, no fires yet from the lightning. But that's gonna happen. That'll happen at some point. I'm sure PG&E will drop a match, or break a line, or blame us for using too much power. And I'm not faulting the people who work for PG&E. I'm just faulting the corporation itself. Now we get some breeze coming in, and it's ominous weather for the fire danger, which is looming soon. Next couple of months, next month, who knows? All right, so let's get to it. This is going to be just a job episode. Every week, maybe twice a week, I will do 20 minutes here and there, 25 minutes of talking about the jobs I've had and tallying them up over the course of the last couple of days in my pretentious notebook. I'm up there. I've always said I've had over 40 jobs. I actually have I have a new pretentious notebook. It's Moleskine. I don't think it's actual moleskin. That would be anti-PETA. But it is another pretentious sort of notebook that I have with more pages in it. I'm up to 32, 33-ish. I know there's more. I just have to. I need to kind of. What's the word I'm looking for? Concentrate. I need to concentrate, but it's hard to concentrate. Kids' school started. Had to do that today. Had to help teach a second grader how to do shit again on Zoom. I got the boy starting high school tomorrow, so he's going to be a freshman on Zoom. And I know some of the teachers that are on there, and I hope he has a good time, but we'll see. It's going to be a fucking shit show. Fuck fest, whatever you want to call it. Fucking cum guzzling Nicole Aniston, Jennifer Aniston, Nicole Anna Smith, and then Nicole Smith. I don't fucking know. Anyways, it's gonna be a cum guzzler. So let's start the job off right. What do you think these people do? Just look at them. What do you think they do? Do you think they are pizza delivery drivers? Do you think they work at the produce section at a local kind of organic-y grocery store? Do you think they work at Kmart? Or do you think they are package handlers, which is always a ball-tickling name, at a local FedEx or UPS? Just look at them. What do you think they do? So that's the game that's the riddle. And if you know what they do, you probably are one of them, or you aspire to be one of them, and then you're not going to be my friend, which is probably good for you. But I think you know what they probably do. So all the jobs that I've had, let me just go through the top 10 here. Number 1, I worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, I believe when I was 17 years old. I quit after 3 days. I maybe lasted 4 days, but I think it might have been 3. And my friend, still a good friend today, got me the job there, and I still think he's a little irked that I quit. The second, Little Caesars, I got fired. We'll talk about that. That's the one I'm probably going to focus on the most today, because it was one of my first jobs that I had, and one of the first and only jobs. All right, there goes the whir of the air conditioner turned off while I'm fucking sweating balls. And yes, I am a tank top guy today. I know it's kind of a douchebag move. You got my fucking pumpkin head shoulders here. You got my fucking broken clavicle from years ago. I'm a mess. I'm a fucking mess. You got my gray beard and my fucking snaggle teeth. But I'm wearing a fucking tank top today, so you can judge me all you want, and I'm drinking a warm beer. Because why not? What's the purpose anymore? What is the purpose? So if any of you have ever worked at a pizza spot, and I'm writing a short story right now that's all based around being in a pizza place, and it's going to get violent pretty soon. I'm envisioning some a hatchet and some fingers getting lopped off and some meth heads in the middle of nowhere living in a trailer, and this poor guy, Pizza, has to deliver a pie out there, and then shit hits the fan. And I miss those jobs, and I've worked at quite a few of them. Like I said, Little Caesars. I worked at one called Don Corleone's in the town I grew up in, eastern San Diego mountains. It's not there anymore. It got changed, I think, into a fucking Mexican seafood place, I think. I don't know. Last time I was there, I think it got changed. But it closed down years ago. And it was a local mom and pop shop. And I think I went to high school with the owner's kids. They were a little older than me. I remember, I think he had twin girls that were kind of pseudo-Italian hot. Fucking Giovanna and Francesca or fucking Florentina. I don't know. I can't remember their names. But I remember they were kind of sexy back then. You know, I was I think I was 18 years old. And you know they were good-looking girls, and I think he had a couple other sons that worked there as well as servers, and just kind of come in and out, and you know just work with the pops. And he was a nice guy. Joe was his name. It wasn't Don. Domestic Don. Oh shit, Don Corleone's Domestic Don. Fucking simpatico. That's Spanish. But that was a fun job because it was, like I said, mom and pop. And I think I was one of the cooks was the guy I went to high school. Anyways, it was a job I didn't get fired from. I quit because I got a better job at a city. I got a city job working at a skate park. First as a flag football coach, but then I'm going too far forward here. Let's focus on the pizza jobs. So Little Caesars, Don Corleone's. I've worked at Papa John's before. When I was a little bit in a rut going to school in Sacramento. I worked at another local pizza place even here just last summer, saving up money to go to Thailand. And also didn't know when I was going to get paid as a teacher or how much I was going to get paid through the summer. So I just got a little job, get a couple, $700-800 a month just to make ends meet. I quit that job in a shitty fashion as well. I think I've worked at other ones. I just can't remember which ones now. But I know those are some of them. But the Little Caesars one was one of the ones I remember the most. And I kind of have a weird, strange Kevin Spacey, American Beauty kind of fascination without the anal sex with a 14-year-old.
No, but thank you. I'd like the big barn burger, smiley fries, and an orange soda.
Please step up to the window. Thank you.
Smiley or Mr. Smiley's, that'll be $4.98, please. Would you like some Smiley sauce?
No. Actually, I'd like to fill out an application.
There's no jobs for manager, it's just for counter.
Good. I'm looking for the least possible amount of responsibility.
But I kind of have a fascination of going back to those jobs, like American Beauty, which is a great movie. I don't care if you like Kevin Spacey or not, agree with what he did or not. Does he even matter anymore? I don't know. But if you remember that movie, American Beauty, he just says, fuck it, I'm done with this corporate bullshit world, and I'm just going to go back to working fast food. And he was happy doing it. His wife was fucking, I think it was Annette Bening. He was fucking Peter Gallagher, I think. The fucking Realty King, I think it was. Anyways, watch the movie. So there was a bunch of shit going on, and he just didn't care anymore. Started smoking weed, started lifting weights. He kissed a dude who was a military guy, a Marine guy, Chris Klein, I think his name was. Is that the actor? Anyways, but I kind of envy that again. Like envy that life of just not caring. And at that point, you're just like, fuck it, I'm done. I'm done with doing any regular job now. I'm gonna go do these shit jobs where I had fun as a kid. And he bought like a fucking Camaro or a Trans Am or some shit. I wasn't like that. I was a kid. I was 17 years old when I got the job. I think I was still in high school, or maybe it was just right after high school. I graduated when I was 17 because I'm so precocious and I'm such a smart individual that I was able to graduate at 17. Well, no, it just happened. That was the age. I went to school early, and I graduated before I was an adult, legally. So how did I get fired? How was that job? And I worked there, I want to say 5-6 months. My brother worked there as well. And again, the good friend that I still have, shout out to Runkle, who got me the job at KFC before that. He was now working at Little Caesars as a manager. So we were all kind of in cahoots. I knew the people that I was working with. They're all girls and guys that I went to school with, maybe a little bit younger than me. Then, of course, you have the dirtbags that are a little bit older than you. And back then, the older, they're probably 28, 29, 30 years old. They look ancient to you as an 18-year-old kid. And you're like, oh, man, I hope I'm not them in 10, 15 years. But maybe I want to be. Maybe that is what I'm going for. Maybe that's the goal I'm trying to reach, is to be these people now at almost 42 years old. I'm going to be 42 years old on Sunday, I think. So I'm probably going to have to work one of these jobs yet again because the economy's fucked. It's crashed. I can't really find a job right now, even though I have a couple of prospects. And, give me some fingers crossed for the one that's coming up. But, I might have to be one of these people. One of these losers that I've talked about so often, and something that I am. And it's not bad. It's not a bad thing. It's just making money. That's all it is. It's just fucking making money. But when you're 18 years old and delivering pies, it's fun. And I look back at it now with a little bit of an older, I guess, perspective and a little bit more of a clearer eye. Not as jaded, even though I'm extremely jaded, but not as jaded as I was. Like, oh, fuck, I got to take a delivery at 9:30 at night on a Friday. I just want to go fucking drink Steinlager and get wasted in the middle of the fucking desert. Because that's kind of what we did. Or I just want to get home and play fucking, what games did we have back then? Fucking South Park game on Nintendo 64. If you guys remember that game, it was awesome. But that's when you're that young, that's what you do. You just want to get home. And I'm not much different 20 years later of how I was back then aesthetically. I look worse. I was probably a lot more fit back then, skinny, so that's something. Still fucking Skeletor teeth, but a little different, just younger. I still had that sort of apple in my eye. I was playing drums in bands. I still have that, like, oh, we can make it. We can do this. We can live the fucking van life and travel through the country and get gigs and fuck chicks and drink beer and smoke weed and just have the time of your life. And Little Caesars wasn't part of it. It was just money. Still living at home. And it wasn't great money. I think it made $6.75 back then, maybe $7.20. It might have been $5.75. I can't remember what minimum wage was back in 1996 or 7. Could have been $5.20. Could have been $4.75. Fuck, I don't know. But it was poor. It was small chips, I guess, right? I wasn't hitting the big time yet. But you would make, 30, 40, $50 a night, possibly on deliveries if it's a good Friday, Saturday night. Super Bowl is going on, maybe. You would get decent tips as well, or NCAA tournament, whatever it might be. And Little Caesars and pizza places in general, they're so fucking gimmicky. It's such a gimmicky institution, part of our society. Pizza Hut's probably the worst, which I never worked at. But it's just, they kind of have these deals and specials that just really don't make sense. And the one that really doesn't make sense for me at Little Caesars was, I think it was during the NCAA tournament, so it must have been in March, during March Madness, and they had a 2 pizza deal. Because if you remember, fucking Little Nero, Pizza, Little Caesars, still not quality, but cheap. You can get 2 large pizzas, fucking crazy bread and sauce for like $14. Still, in this day and age. And it's one of the more well-run, I think, establishments of pizza in this country. Papa John's, he's a cunt. John, whatever his name is, Better Ingredients, Better Pizza, which I worked at. It's decent pizza for cheap shit pizza. But he's an asshole. It seems like, at least. He's sweaty. He eats 4 pizzas a day, whatever he said in that fucking interview a couple of months ago. But I think the Little Caesars guy, don't know his name, but I think he's an older gentleman. And he seems like he does it for the right reason. Keeps America fat with cheap pizza and non-quality ingredients. But when I was there, I ate the pizza. Of course I did. So one of the promotions that they had, and again, full gimmick, full tactic to get people to buy your shit was the basketball pizzas, March Madness pizzas, and you get 2 pizzas for $12, whatever it was. I can't remember. Large one-topping pizzas, and they're round already. So one, it looks like a fucking basketball. And what we did, we had a pizza sauce sort of container, and as a driver, I didn't make pizzas a lot. Maybe I would help every once in a while if it got busy. There goes the fucking AC again. But I'd help the line sometimes. I would throw some fucking extra tomatoes on for a customer. I don't know. Whatever I did, it didn't do much. I answered phones sometimes, and I drove. I delivered pizza. And what we did with the sauce container, we would just draw lines like a basketball over the round pizzas. So it looks like the lines of a basketball. And that was it. And I think we charged a little bit extra during that time because it was March Madness. And you can charge extra for sauce that a fucking 18-year-old, probably syphilis-dicked man, well, no, I probably didn't even have sex by that. I didn't have sex by that point. A non-syphilis-dicked kid is pouring sauce in lines on a pizza that looks like a basketball, and we charged $2 extra for it. Another one was bad was the football pizza during the Super Bowl, shaped like a football. Less pizza, more crust. Or less cheese, more crust. Shaped like a football, you get this fucking rim of crust in the shape of fucking Brett Favre's ball sack. And you get less pizza for it, but you pay more. Pizza by the foot was one of the more egregious tactics and gimmicks that Little Caesars had. And it was pizza by the foot. And I had a fucking Toyota truck that was beat to shit. And it was a beautiful, awesome truck. Fucking lasted 300,000 miles. It was a typical Toyota 1989 fucking pickup. No amenities, no AC. I don't think I had air conditioning like we have in our posh residence now. I think my mom had the truck. She got ran into 3 times in the first couple of months by just runaway, like people in a grocery store parking lot ram into her and just drive away while we're in the grocery store. So it was beat to shit, but it ran well. But I had to carry these pizza by the foot, and they're about 6 foot fucking long. I can't do it in the screen here, but these are these long, thin boxes, maybe 8 inches wide, and square cut pizza. And it came with some shitty seaweed fucking smelling sauce. It was just it came with like breadsticks as well at the end of the 6 feet. It was a fucking the worst promotion in history. And for a delivery driver to deliver those, it was god awful. I had to have half of the shit on my lap, half of it because I couldn't put it in the back of my truck. And our manager, Jason or Joel or some 32-year-old weird looking Randy Quaid looking guy. Not a good looking Randy Quaid with the beard and the crazy Randy Quaid, but like a Randy Quaid fucking circa National Lampoon's Vacation with the boiler, fucking crook nose, shovel nose, whatever you want to call it. Not a good looking guy. And not a well formed man. He's a little dumpy. And he was nice enough, but he was a manager. He said, you can't put those in the back of your truck, Josh. You got to put them on your lap. Don't let them slide. Don't want the cheese to come off. And I had to fucking deliver 2 or 3 of these on a Sunday to a fucking 13-year-old's birthday party. And, whatever. We made it work. Wasn't that bad. Wasn't that fucking bad. I got fucking dick's red because the sauce is hot. The pizza's hot, so my fucking lap is burning. It's 102 degrees in fucking internal pit of California, Southern California. But I still had to deliver. I had to do my job, and I did it well. But that's not why I got fired. The reason I got fired, and this is something that will still live with me probably through the rest of my life, and it's something I'm actually kind of proud of, is I got fired for really not doing much. And one night, let's just call it a nice balmy evening in October. I can't remember. I can't remember when I got fired. My brother's working there. I think our friend was working there as a manager. Can't quite remember if he was there or not that night. But we had the regional manager come up. So we had Jason or Joel or Justin or whatever the fuck the guy's name was. And he actually let me use his car one time to deliver pizza by the foot. And he was so proud of his Mitsubishi Galant. Is that a car or whatever the fuck it was? He was very proud of it. And not saying he shouldn't have been proud of it, because he was a 30-year-old manager at Little Caesars, and he can afford the $12,000 car. So, give him kudos for that. But he let me use his car to do pizzas by the foot one time because the regional manager was coming up. But on another delivery, I came back, and I know Edwin or Edvard or Eduardo. I can't remember the guy's name. It was something like that. It's a regional manager. He wore sandals. No, was this another guy? I can't remember. I got fired by someone big, a fucking higher up of Little Caesars. Little Nero came with his Roman ass and his fucking head of olive wreaths. What the fuck's it called? Olive grape leaves on his fucking head? What did Nero have? Or Romans or Greeks? What are they? Is Nero Greek or Roman? Whatever they had. He had a fucking all. Anyway, that guy came in a robe and his fucking his leather sandals. And he was pent up, you could tell. And I'm there. I'm like, fuck, the manager's here. So I usually do my hide by the walk-in cooler. I know whenever a manager's there, I don't want to deal with them. So I just got, I'm not answering phones right now. Just when's the next fucking delivery? And he comes in, and I'm just kind of milling around, probably trying to hit on the 16-year-old cook, the junior in high school that I probably knew in high school. Trying to hit on her a little bit, striking out. I was probably eating some pepperoni and fucking sausage crumbles and maybe popping a pineapple for vitamin C every once in a while. And I'm just shooting the shit. And then this guy comes in, fucking Machiavelli or fucking Atticus. Whatever the guy's name was. And all right, so he's milling around. He's fucking with the manager. He's fucking with the pseudo manager. He's talking to the chefs. He's talking to the cooks. He's talking to the driver. And then he comes to me, hey, what are you doing? I can't even remember how I answered him. I'm standing here, I think, is maybe what I said. And then he said, where's your hat? I said, I left it in my truck. Because, of course, you have to wear this fucking shitty, really low-brimmed, or what is it, fucking bendy-billed, fucking shitty hat like this. Not a trucker's cap, but just a shitty hat with, like, a strap in the back, like a golfer's cap. I don't know why people even buy hats like that has a strap in the back. It doesn't look good. It's not a good look. And he said, where's your hat? It's in the truck. So, okay, go get your hat. All right. So I go get my hat. He said, wait, where are you going? I said, to get my hat. No, you need to get sauce. Go get sauce. I'm like, all right. So I go to the fucking walk-in cooler and get the 5-gallon bucket of sauce to go fucking slop it in the empty bin because the chefs and the cooks or whatever on the line, they need more sauce on the line. So I said, all right, I'll go get the sauce. He said, wait. Where's your hat? I said, all right. Oh, it's in the truck. So I go with the hat again. I'm doing this fucking boop, back and forth. You know, when you're walking in front of someone and you don't know which way to go. You go left, they go left, they go right, you go right, they go left. You're just in that fucking little dance. That's what I was doing with this fucking Michelangelo manager figure. And then I said, all right, I'll get my hat. And he said, well, wait, what about the sauce? So I go get the sauce again. And this is one thing that I will have pride in my entire life. I stopped for a second because I think I had enough. At 17, 18 years old, I already had like, all right, motherfucker, I'm not good with like listening to you fucking